Alright, so last episode was a massive one. We spent 80 million on brand new signings. The first being Rafael being the biggest signing of them all. The second being Zion Suzuki to be a backup goalkeeper to Mamardashvili, as we did so Alisson. So we obviously let Mamardashvili be the number one. We brought Kwanzaa back to Anfield and also brought in Bawadi, a player they've been linked to quite a lot recently as a backup player in the team. We then took on Arsenal here in the Premier League away from home in this game. Got out of hand very, very quickly for Arsenal, as you're about to watch. This was a walk in the park for us against them. You're going to see an absolute demolition of them at the Emirates. And, Mikel Arteta, his job will be in question after this loss you're about to see. As you can see, 3-0 here. It then became 4 with this great finish there to make it 4-0. And then after that, it was then a final one to make it a fifth and 5-0 overall, and to get us the 3 points. It was then Man City, who last time we faced them, we did lose to them in the first game of the series. But here, as you can see, Haaland put us 1 goal down. Gakpo later in the game and then leveled it up. And as you'll see, we fought to the very last breath. Ekitike ran through late in the game and scored the winner to make it 2-1 and get revenge against City. It was then up against Everton in the final game of the episode. This game was actually a very, very good one to play. It was a very fun game, back and forth. And you can see Everton leveled it up. We then took a 2-1 lead straight away from kickoff again, as you can see right there. And Everton, again, would level it up here. No, not level it up here. As you can see, Mamardashvili really made some insane saves in this game. And they would get another goal in this game. As you can see, we make it 3-1. They would then, I believe, score right here. Yes, they do. It rebounds at the post, forced to NDI, who makes it 3-2. But in the end, this game got our hand for them. After we made substitutions, we made it 4-2. We then made it almost 4-3 here, as Mamardashvili made a great double save again there. It then became 5-2. As you can see right there, a great goal from Ekitike. And Ekitike, late in this game, would seal a hat-trick for himself with that goal right there. Let's get into today's episode and hopefully win everything. And for the first game of today's episode, we're going to take on PSG in the semi-finals of the Champions League away from home in Paris. Let's get into this one and hopefully start the episode off with a big win over PSG in the first leg away from home. Or in the future series that we do, but I felt it would be best for us to start or continue with this formation as it's been working out for us. That was a long time ago now. Here is Salah. Speaking of Salah, here he is. He puts it back, gets it to flying Wirtz, and Wirtz can hit them. Wirtz puts it just wide of the post though. Risen midfield instantly. They're just constantly on us. Wirtz over the top does a great pass, and Salah can take a great touch, and Salah can hopefully get the shot away. Nunes blocks it though. Back here though to flying Wirtz, second time's a try maybe for him. Chevalier driving pace, and there's PSG Desiree Doué. Mamardashvili really good save, and thankfully that touch there from whoever that was not great. Ekitike forward into Salah. Goes inside there. Salah now can get a finesse shot away. Salah does so. Salah denied though. Ekitike and Nunes is there though. Intercept, Konate. It wasn't caught upon. Gravenberch wins a header. Wirtz on range, and Wirtz, for a third time this game, puts it just wide of the post. Well, second time actually, the other one was saved, I believe. Here we go, we could get a goal right here. That passing needs to be better though into Salah because it was a little bit under hit. Ekitike, and that was the reason we couldn't score there. If that pass was not under hit, not too sure why it was, it would have been through. But here's Ekitike on the turn. Ekitike. How have we not scored more than 0 goals in this game? We should have scored 2. Then you hear to Ousmane Dembele, in here to Fabian Ruiz, the Spaniard who shoots, and Mamardashvili is forced into the save. Here I wanted you to go more central, but there we go, ball for the centre. Into Cody Gakpo off the bench. Gakpo, could he win it as late in the game? And hopefully, Cody Gakpo has just done so. In the 82nd minute, the Dutchman strikes here and puts us ahead in the game. We should be 2 or 3 goals up in. I mean, PSG probably should have scored a goal themselves, but Mamardashvili made some great saves and have missed a few chances. But we've been a better team in this game, and we finally have the lead to show it. Kvaratskhelia put into the box. Hopefully that's Kirkes. There we go. Mamardashvili, thank you for not taking ages to clear that out like I thought you were going to do. That's Kirkes, great interception. And that should be the end of the game. It's a 1-0 victory away from home in Paris. And I might sim the second leg. It could be risky, but we've got some games in the Premier League that we have to play that are big ones as well to try and wrap up the title. And a victory here against PSG away from home is massive. Granted, the scoreline should have been more in our favour. We were the better team in this game. Stats-wise, a pretty even game. But in terms of in terms of overall, like, if you compared the chances of both teams, we had the better chances to score more goals. And well, as you can see, I took a risk and did sim the second leg, which almost backfired for us as we lost this one at home, but we did manage to win the penalty shootout after Mayulu missed a chance late on, missed a penalty late on, well, the last penalty for them, to see us go through into the final of the Champions League. And as you can see, it's time for the FA Cup final at Wembley up against Arsenal. See, no Carabao Cup final for us in this series as Liverpool were not at that one in real life before we even took over as manager. Let's get into this one now, in this one, and hopefully beat Arsenal here to win the FA Cup. I see last time we did face Arsenal, by the way. We beat them 5-0, I believe, away from home at the Emirates. Ekitike through to Salah, and it could be 1-0 Liverpool here already in this game, and it is. Just under 7 minutes in, the Egyptian King Mohamed Salah, who will be the captain for the Champions League final, and hopefully will lift that trophy for us against, well, we're going to be up against Real Madrid, by the way, in the Champions League final. So Trent's return against Liverpool is going to be happening in the UCL final, as it happened just in real life recently. I expect him to get a lot of boost in this series when we play against him, but Salah hit puts us ahead. 7 minutes in up against Arsenal, and it's a great start for us in this game here. By the way, Kate, I keep forgetting plays for Arsenal these days. TK to Rafael. He's Urian Timberlake, one of the most OP defenders in this game. Well, not OP defenders, but one of the better defenders in this game in terms of like fullbacks. It kind of went very slow. I expected players to move forward, but is where it is. Verts over the top. Salah is off to the Al for the tap in. There we go. The second I saw Raya coming out, I knew I had to play it across there to Liao for the tap in to make it 2-0. Because knowing Malo, Salah would have somehow missed there. But Liao makes it 2-0. Salah with the assist. Verts with a great pass over the top. If it wasn't for the goalkeeper coming out, I would have shot there. But I saw Liao one side, played it across to him. And it's 2-0 here to us in this one. And it looks like it's going to be another walk in the park for us against Arsenal in this series. Leandro Trossard. Zubimendi. Trossard now, the Belgian. Frimpong, great defending. And Trossard, I guess it will off him there, because I'm not too sure what Frimpong was doing there, but Konate wins it and puts it out for a goal kick. It's his final season for Liverpool. We're playing here, and it's a header from Enquiries over the ball though. Arsenal here are just so easy to break open. And Arsenal almost were 3-0 down if it wasn't for Ryan making a save. Tried to make him flick it past him, but he just didn't do it. Enquiries. Trossard, back to the Swedishman. It was offside. Okay, I was going to say he looks offside, but the referee took a while there to call that one. Here's Jorquez. Oh, it's a great ball through to Leandro Trossard. He stayed composed, and Mohamed Ashvili makes the save. I think he should have took the shot first time, if not after his first touch. Trossard somehow still going all the way through here, and he shoots and he scores. I don't know how he even got past Frimpong to begin with, but Trossard scores for Arsenal. A rather frustrating goal, because my defenders just kept running past the ball and swinging their feet at thin air. Just watch that again. Watch Konate when I go to clear it here, when I try to get the ball off him. What's he doing? And Van Dijk can't make the block. It's a good finish there though, to be fair, but he shouldn't have even got past Frimpong. As Gakpo, they have an instant impact in this game as well. Ball into the box, Isaac, header, goalwards, and that's a save by David Raya. Forward to the Dutchman. And Isaac occupies the defender, so Gakpo can run in. Gakpo hits it, and Gakpo just agonisingly puts it wide. Trossard now on this side, ball forward into Jorquez. He shoots and he thankfully drags it wide there. And this game in the last 20 minutes has somehow become close. That's it back up. Zubimendi, see Martinelli, the Brazilian. And that's going to be ended again with a 2-1 victory. In the end, let's cut to the trophy lift and see Van Dijk lift another FA Cup as captain of Liverpool. And we're here where the FA Cup being won as Liverpool did lose this one last season, I believe. Was it to Crystal Palace in the final? Or who was it? I think it was Crystal Palace, right? They lost the final to, if I'm not mistaken. I might be forgetting something, I'm not too sure, but I feel like they did lose this last season to Crystal Palace. But Van Dijk this time steps up to lift the FA Cup as captain once again, and let's get into it. And next game, which will be the final game in the Premier League season, we're going to see. We're going to just show the goals that happen in that game, or I might just cut straight to the end and just show you the trophy lift like I did in one of our previous series. And and then get into the Champions League final after that. So let's do that. Let's cut straight to the Premier League trophy list after we have been crowned champions of the Premier League back to back here. And well, here we are, just like I mentioned, the Premier League trophy list. We have been crowned champions for like a couple of game weeks now, pretty much. It's pretty much been all but confirmed. We just need to get to the final home game of the season to get the actual trophy list. As you can see, the gold, white and red are on the trophy. Back-to-back Premier League champions, or Liverpool, with Van Dijk stepping up to lift another one from himself here. And let's get into our next game after the trophy lift here, which is going to be the Champions League final, where Salah will be the captain, and hopefully the Egyptian king can end his Liverpool career, because if we did do a season 2, we would sell Salah and Van Dijk, and hopefully we can see Salah lift the Champions League up next. And well, here we are, the Champions League final. Now, I have not lost a Champions League final yet in FC26, so hopefully I can continue the streak going here against Real Madrid in the Stadio Olympique. Obviously, we just won the Champions League with Barcelona in the stadium. Now we're going to have to beat Real Madrid to win this one. Obviously, up against Trent as well. Right back for them, it's going to be interesting. Trent's return to face Liverpool in the Champions League final. The question is it going to help Real Madrid win another Champions League, or will Liverpool win a second one, a third one for them? So said, let's get into this one and hopefully lift the Champions League. And what if reports are to be believed, it is, well, apparently that Real Madrid are going to sell Vinicius Jr. after, well, everything that's happened recently with him, complaining about being subbed off. Now, I'm not too sure how, confirmed those reports are, but I could see Vinny Jr. leaving Real Madrid because, well, they're going to get a lot of money for him. He could go to Saudi or PSG, somewhere like that. And Real Madrid could bring in someone like a Kvaratskhelia maybe, or a Desiree Doué, or like, Brady Barcola, someone who's not going to be, like an issue for them attitude-wise. I think that's an issue for Vinny Jr. is his attitude. That's the only reason why I wouldn't want him at Man City, because of the attitude that he does have. That's a great ball through by Ekitike. And Rafael. Trent no blocks it. And if they were to somehow get Haaland at Man City, then obviously Mbappe would most likely go down the left. If I'd order good down the right, because I'm most likely going to let go of Rodrigo as well. I don't see him staying at Real Madrid. Leao, Eder Militao blocks it. Gula now into the box. Headed away by Gravenberch. Up to Ekitike. Leao can hopefully play through here. Leao, it's a great pass, but it's going to go through to Thibaut Courtois in the end. Great change from Van Dijk there. Verts over the top. Leao. Ekitike is offside, so Leao's going to have to shoot himself. And Leao scores to make it 1-0, 30 minutes in. And the Portuguese winger scores it for us. 3 goals and 6 in the Champions League. And Leao, who we brought for 55 million in January from AC Milan, has been a great player for us in this team since he came in. Gakpo's been great as well. Having Nossi down the left has been incredible for us. If we were to do a season 2, I do think Leao would get better in the team. But if we are going to win the Champions League here, the Premier League and also the FA Cup, I feel like I see a good ending. Similar to the Barcelona one. It ends after, half a season technically, because we didn't do a full season, but we joined at the start of November. Or started the series at the start of November. And hopefully, here at the end of the season, we're going to lift the Champions League, beating Real Madrid in the final. So Real Madrid and Liverpool have been rivals in the past couple of years in the Champions League. Especially in finals, I see that game where, Karius, was in goal for them, and infamously got a concussion during the game, and, people didn't know when he stayed on the pitch, and that ended up being detrimental to his career massively. Ekitike through to Leao. Can he double our lead here? And Leao, low driven near post, Courtois forcing to the save. That's Leao here, still running at Trent. Leao can put it into the box, looking for Ekitike, who can win a header, and Thibaut Courtois denies him. And apparently Ekitike was offside anyway. Frimpong, head to Salah. Lovely play here. Leao has space, one touch, hits it, and that's not 2-0 somehow. How did Leao miss there? Valverde players that tend to score against me. Szoboszlai. Why not Verts? Verts hits it, and Verts agonisingly past the post again. Oh no, Mbappe. Van Dijk, good defending. Verts to Salah. Salah to Ekitike. Ekitike back to Salah. It's got to be 2-0, but somehow he just didn't get a shot away. Good challenge there from Konate. Lovely football there. That's what I like about this formation, the triangles you can play. Salah this time. Cuts it in. Finesse. Hit it, Courtois. Vinny. Oh, no, Mbappe. Not like this. Not like this. We deserve to win this game. Vinny. Thank you, Mamardashvili. And that should be the end. Referee. Nah. There's no way you played on. Ball in. Please, Van Dijk. Oh, no. Vinny. Mamardashvili, thank you. Oh. Almost. We almost got screwed out of that there. Let's cut to the trophy lift and see Mohamed Salah lift the Champions League. And we'll hit with our treble champions, the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League secured. And when I took over the series, well, I didn't expect to win the Premier League. The FA Cup and the Champions League I wanted to win. But the Premier League looks like the Barcelona, so I thought that was going to be, you know, not winnable for the first season basically, but somehow, some way, Arsenal collapsed. We became unstoppable. We won the Premier League, we won the FA Cup, and now we win, I believe, Liverpool's third Champions League here. Let's get into the menu, look at the stats, and maybe, just maybe at the end of the episode, you're going to see Mohamed Salah win the Ballon d'Or, because his stats are Ballon d'Or worthy, and he's 91 rated, so you imagine he should win a Ballon d'Or. And as you can see by the stats, Mohamed Salah, 57 games, 38 goals and 10 assists, 48 goal contributions in 57 games, insane from him. Ekitike 23 and 5, Verts 18 and 18, Gakpo 14 and 9, Liao 10 and 3. Since coming in, he's been incredible. So Boslai in the centre mid role been doing incredible. I can see Ungamo, by the way, on loan at Wolves, 7 goals in 17 games, impressive from him, a +5 in his overall. We know how good he can be from our Wolves series we did previously. We actually used him in a Wolves series, and we also have Chiesa with 4 and 8 doing pretty well for himself in this team. But yeah, let's cut to the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Hopefully, if somehow Salah does not win a Ballon d'Or, to be fair, in the Barcelona series, Yamal didn't win a Ballon d'Or somehow. But let's cut hopefully to the trophy, to the Ballon d'Or ceremony and see Mohamed Salah lift his first ever Ballon d'Or. Now more, just in case somehow Salah does not win a Ballon d'Or, we're going to do an outro here just on the menu before I go through and all the way to November to see if he wins it. But if you've got to enjoy the episode, drop a like and subscribe as always. Comment down below what series you want to see next, what teams, or maybe you want to see a play Career Mode series. I've been thinking about maybe doing a cam or a striker or maybe even a goalkeeper, because that could be pretty fun to do a goalkeeper series. I've not played goalkeeper in a very long time in FIFA, so I probably wouldn't be the best at it straight away, but I was a pretty good goalkeeper back in the day in pro clubs, so hopefully I've got some faith in myself that I'd be pretty good at it these days. But obviously goalkeepers, the way they've worked in the game, I've changed since the days of like FIFA 18, FIFA 19, when I used to play goalkeeper. So hopefully we, if we do a goalkeeper series, I think that could be pretty fun to do. It wouldn't go too badly for us, unless you want to see a cam and a striker series, or maybe a winger series. Let me know down below what you want to see for a play crew, and also the other teams you want to see we manage here on FC26 up next. And thank you again for watching, and as always, goodbye. Well, I just thought I'd throw this in here because I didn't get the celebrations for the Ballon d'Or ceremony. One of our players has won it in Alexander Isak, and I have no clue how Isak has won it. I don't understand. Salah got 48 goal contributions. Isak barely broke, maybe even 15. He may have got around 20 together, you know what I mean, all together, but that doesn't make any sense. How has Isak won the Ballon d'Or with barely 20 goal contributions when Salah had 48? It is what it is, but that's going to call it for this video. I'm going to say this again because I just thought I'd throw it in there when I saw it. I thought it caught me sort of God, but I saw Isak with it. But as always, thank you for watching, and just for the absurdity of this one, drop a like and subscribe, and goodbye.